Bandersnatch.
It's an adventure game.
Based it on the book.
One of the videos that kind of really was a peak and was that had a big impact was Firestarter, Prodigy's Firestarter. I was actually reluctant to take that on because they'd already done a shot a video with somebody else, and even though I heard the video was grand, was good, the band rejected it and said it wasn't what they want, didn't have the impact they wanted, and they'd worked with a director called Walter Stern before on a couple of tracks from the previous album, the Jilted Generation album, and I had a thing about, I wasn't sure because this is like this could be bad politics. This is like a remake of something that was rejected, and also I'd heard that Walter Stern wasn't the most rapid man in terms of his decision making. So I was thinking, no, I'm not sure about this. But then I decided to do it, and that then ironically turned out to be a career-defining thing for me. And we cut it in 2.5 days. Like Walter was happy to sit there, and I just went for it. So, and so that was kind of an interesting kind of. And I always when I've done seminars for students, I always cite that experience as that you should, sometimes not listen to your doubts. You should just go and do something and find out what is. And it's generally it's not going to be what you thought it would be. So. I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter. The best times I had and the most interesting work I did was working with bands and artists that were actually dictating their own videos, that were not dictate but had an influence, and that were actually a lot of them were telling the record company what to do, and they, like Pulp and Radiohead, were very very much in the vanguard of that, and the record company would just sit back and kind of go, okay, fair enough. And the same with Prodigy. And when Keith Flint and Hewlett, what's his first name?
Maxine.
Liam Hewlett came in, the main people came in to look at Firestarter for the first time. They were really nice, really courteous. They watched it, and actually Keith turned to director and said, "Whoa, it's the dog's bollocks." So we thought, okay, he likes it. So, and that was exactly what they were looking for. And then Walter said, "Oh, we've got another half day where we need to work on it." And he said, "Don't fuck it up." Well, don't fuck it up. So that was, they were very, very happy. And so that was it.